I know you're somewhere, somewhere. I'm trapped in.
Hey guys, welcome to the Lion's Den. Okay, so this is going to be like, I'm gonna try to make this my last like Exo reading for the month. Unless like some stuff pops up with Exo again, I'm like, okay, I gotta read on it, gotta take it to the cards. But for now, this is gonna be like my last reading for Exo for the month of November, or at least I'll try. Because I don't want to overwhelm anybody with all of these Exo readings. But if you do have any other suggestions, please leave it in the comments. Like if you want me to continue doing Exo for this month, if you have any actual Exo topics for me to read on for this month. But right now, the next reading that I'm going to be doing will be Big Bang, and I forgot the lady that he's involved with, but it's a scandal with Big Bang's top and some woman. I'm going to get into that. I'll probably do more research on that one before I do a reading on it, because I don't even know the girl's name. So I'm gonna do research on that one. So stay tuned for my top and my top scandal reading that'll be coming out next week, probably on Tuesday. For now, we're going to be focused more on EXO and BTS, because what I want to know is, do they actually have beef, or is this all kind of the fans? As an Army L, I am very much interested, and I like both groups. And because I like both groups, I can also be very, very both critical and very real with you on how I feel when it comes to both groups. But I just wanted to know if it's really just the fan bases that are having all these issues, or if EXO and BTS actually have real beef with each other. So let's start off. I should have brought some oracle cards out here, but I don't have any, so not yet. Let's start off with, what is the overall energy for how EXO feels towards BTS? Okay, so the overall energy behind the way EXO feels to BTS, the way I put it is kind of the messenger of destruction. Like, I feel like they feel like BTS kind of, it's a negative feeling that they do have towards BTS, but it's like more like they feel like BTS has kind of uprooted a lot of things that they worked hard for. Not in the sense that they deliberately did such things towards EXO to be cruel to EXO. It's just one of those things, as you grow and times change and demands for things change. You know, people change, the money goes different places, and it's just kind of like their top competitor is still, I'm going to say, BTS, and it's just kind of like, they're like, with the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like it's just like they're saying we've worked very hard to kind of solidify ourselves, to kind of make this foundation as strong as possible, but it's kind of like they're like, we've been uprooted. Like, it's just like, dang, we're not like how we used to be, because new, younger groups have come in and kind of messed that up. Again, guys, please don't take this too seriously. Don't take it to heart. Please don't argue. Please don't argue with each other about it. It's just, it's a reading. Okay, so what's the overall energy of how BTS feels about EXO? Okay, so I'm going to actually say that they probably definitely did have beef in the past. I'm going to say that because BTS feels like, overall energy feels like they kind of are getting justice for something. Something may have happened. they feel like this is what this could be. This is telling me that they feel like EXO has lied about some things. I don't want to really put the blame on EXO, but it could be SM. But how this is laying out to me, since I'm talking about how BTS feels about EXO as a whole, it's like as a whole they feel like almost like this is karma. Like they're like some certain things have been falsified. There's been lies. There have been certain things that have come about. And it could be them either feeling like EXO has lied about something and are now getting justice, or this is being more so them feeling like their lies being told about EXO. They feel like EXO is being very strong in the way they're handling it and feel like EXO will get justice. So it's one or the other. It's one or the other. You guys can decide which one it is. I forgot to say earlier, I wanted you guys to leave in the comments what you guys thought the outcome of this reading would be, whether or not you thought they would actually genuinely have beef or if they didn't. But right now for BTS, I feel like they're like they just feel like almost like there is something that they could be getting back at EXO with their little wins, or they just feel like EXO is going to get justice for whatever may be going on with them now. One or the other. So the next question I want to ask actually is about the leaders. Let's talk about the leaders. How does Suho feel about RM? I'm feeling like Suho feels like he's not the greatest of like he can't make his family happy. I'm feeling like I feel like he thinks that RM has a lot to learn. Like it's one of those things. It's like what I'm getting is like he wants him to go take a seat and sit back, and because there's more that he needs to learn about being a leader, that he's kind of slowly on his way, but not quite there yet. That's what I'm getting from what Suho may feel. But let me double check this one card. Yeah. He's sort of disappointed in him at his job, for his job of being a leader, or disappointed in him in general as a person. I'm not sure what went on between them, but I'm not seeing any malice per se. Just like literal actual disappointment. Like, I don't think you're doing this right. I don't think you're going about this correctly. I think you need some more time to study and, things like that. So what I'm also getting is he does see and also acknowledge that RM is under a lot of stress. He's like, Suho sees him as someone who's under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, and he's like, you need to go and you need to sit down and you need to take a break, because you're throwing your whole family off balance this way. He feels like RM needs to step back and take a break, and learn how to actually calm himself. Not that I'm seeing anger or anything, just kind of like be in peace. So how does RM feel about Suho? He's actually quite surprised at how Suho can very easily balance everything that he has going on, especially even with EXO. And we all know how rambunctious EXO can be. So it's just kind of like he's very surprised at how Suho was able to handle and balance. Let's list this card. He also sees, it's just what I'm getting with the Nine of Wands here is talking about him seeing Suho as someone who's also very bored with what he's doing. It's just like so it's like he doesn't understand. He's shocked at how well that Suho can balance all of these jobs that he's given and taking care of the members or watching over the members or whichever, even though he hates what he's doing. Because what I'm saying is, RM is like, you kind of hate this. Like, you're really dissatisfied with your position, with what you're doing, but somehow you're making this work. Somehow this is working for you. You manage to control the members. You manage to get everything under wraps and still be, out here kicking. So let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to ask about EXO and BTS. Let's see. How does Baekhyun feel about V? So I should have stopped pulling when I saw the death card, because sometimes when I pull that, it's just like it's no actual feelings there at all. So I should have just stopped pulling there. I don't think there's any actual feelings going on with Baekhyun right now that has anything to do with V at all. So let me put these up. It's like no feelings there. Let me see. I think that's probably it. I did just want to know about the leaders, how they felt about each other. Let's see how does EXO overall feel about BTS's success. So at this part of the reading, I actually do make a huge mistake in where I am thinking and wanting for there to be a positive outcome. I sort of put that image onto the cards instead of actually accepting it for what it was. What the cards are saying here with what EXO is feeling is EXO is very, very competitive. The Ace of Swords talk about being competitive and wanting to defeat their enemy and coming with full aggression and pride and intent on competition. So is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is kind of talking about guarding and protecting their treasure, guarding and protecting everything they've built up, guarding and protecting their money and their stance in the game. It's a lot of things that are going on with how they feel, and it's all about competitiveness and not backing down. Finally, the Ace of Wands actually talks about coming up with new business ideas and new business tactics, and knowing how to use them and apply them in this situation. So it's actually not a case where they're necessarily proud of BTS, but it more so stirs up the intense rivalry that they have with BTS. But that's pretty much it. I'm trying to pull some other questions, but I can't think of anything else. I just wanted to do a quick reading on both EXO and BTS and kind of like where they are, where they stand. So what... Oh, you know what? There's one more question I do want to ask. And that is... How does EXO feel about their fans starting wars with ARMY? The death card just straight says that they just want it to end. I don't think they want it to end. It's just judgment. They really want them to move on. It's literally death, judgment, and the Chariot. It's like, we want you guys to stop. We want you guys to move the hell on. Like, it is not something. The petty arguments is just like, they want as a whole of them to sort of get out of BTS section, get out of ARMY section, and focus more on EXO. Like, it's like every time they say, like, I'm feeling every time EXO end up like dragging BTS or coming for ARMY or anything, EXO kind of feels like embarrassed and ashamed. And they also kind of did they kind of dislike XOL for it sometimes, because the judgment card kind of is just like, they really, it's one of those I really wish you guys wouldn't do that kind of thing. So they kind of want that to end. How does ARMY feel? Did this cut? Okay, my thing is about to cut. Hold on. How does BTS feel about ARMY starting with XOL? They don't like it. In fact, a lot of times it angers them. It's like, I feel like they're very protective over ARMY, but at the same time, it's just like, can you please stop? But it's a more aggressive stop than EXO wants. It's a more aggressive want, a need for them to stop, than it is from EXO. EXO just straight up is just like, stop. Like, I really want this to end. I'm really judging y'all. This kind of makes me not want to, this kind of makes us not like some of y'all. But that's natural. You always have good and bad fans. Where BTS is kind of like, we really want to kind of protect you guys and kind of protect our image, but y'all are really pissing us off. With the Ace of Swords, it's like, you guys are really pissing us off, Father and XOL. So it's kind of like, from both sides, it's a lot of this, like, with the fans kind of creating wars and dragging each other into things. It's like, I'm also seeing there is one of them who actually legit wants to, one of the members in BTS who legit wants to tell ARMY to stop. Like, stop doing the things that you guys are doing. But that's about it. So that's all I got, guys. And I wasn't on my game today with both readings. I just woke up, so don't mind. I'm sorry. Leave comments in the comment section if you want another reading on anything else, any topic at all, and I'll see if I can do it. Sorry if I don't, but talk to you guys later.